My favorite band is The Midnight, a synthwave-esque rock band that I've been following and listening to since around 2017. And they have a song called Saturday Mornings on their record named Kids. And here we have a new game from Beamdog called Mythforce, which is going to transport you back to those Saturday morning cartoons when you were a kid in the 80s, waking up, having a bowl of cereal, and checking out the latest episode of your favorite cartoon. So let's hop in and do a quick first impressions on this really cool rogue-like first-person shooter from Beamdog, Mythforce. So Mythforce is a rogue-lite first-person shooter game similar to Gunfire Reborn and a few of those other sort of first-person shooter randomly generated kind of like games where you select a hero, you go in, you kill monsters, and you earn XP, level up your abilities, select new skills, get new weapons. So there's that looting element, and then there's the sort of first-person shooter element. There are 4 heroes to select from. They each have their own kind of job class. They're very much drawn from like fantasy tropes. So you've got your hunter and your warrior and your mage, and all that feels really cool. On my first playthrough here, I chose the hunter class. This game is 4-player online co-op. I tried to find a game, but it is in early access right now, so it had a little trouble matching me up with folks. There might just not be a big player base right now, and hopefully that changes because this game is really fun. And we'll talk about the aesthetic a little bit more in a second. But yes, you can play with your friends, 3 other friends, 4 total online, each one in a different class. So I haven't tried that part out yet, but that seems like it could be really fun. And the idea is you're sort of put into this sort of fantasy world that is a visually absolutely stunning. The thing that really struck me about this was the way the game combines cell-shaded like assets, like your weapons and your armor are kind of cell shaded, but the environments are all kind of hand painted, and we'll see that in a minute. It gives you a little tutorial here about how to play, kind of how the game works. There are elemental weaknesses and strengths. There's gear that can be upgraded, abilities that can be upgraded. There's stamina, health, and like magic points for your mage classes. You can equip different weapons. You have different weapon slots, 4 of them. So this hunter class has a bow to start with, but then you can pick up swords and things like that. This game did not feature controller support when I played it this morning. It's only mouse and keyboard at the moment, which is not, I'm used to controller, but that's okay. As you can see, the environments are just really stunning. This combination of cell shading and hand-painted environments really creates that feeling of like, an 80s Saturday morning cartoon, which just the nostalgia factor alone, me as a 40-year-old man, the nostalgia factor alone drew me into this right away. But on top of that, it is the shooting mechanics feel good and fun. And I think this would be a blast with 4 friends. So you enter into these little kind of areas, and then you fight monsters. So here you can see you're sort of shooting skeletons in this first room in the game. You can get criticals with headshots. It's pretty standard stuff. Feels good. You've got 3 class abilities that you upgrade as you go. And, overall, I think the actual gameplay is good. I have to test it with friends, and I have to see kind of what it's like as you get further and further. I did not get very far on my own. Once you hit different levels, your abilities increase. You can spend points to kind of get new perks. You can choose sort of if you want to invest your, leveling up points in vigor or defenses or offense. You can kind of make those choices dynamically as you play. So it's kind of, it's got that sort of randomized roguelite kind of element to it. As I said, very similar to Gunfire Reborn. If you like that game, you're probably going to like this one. But what really drew me in on this is the visual aesthetic. The whole vibe of the 80s and the cartoons. I'm really into that. So if you love that too, then this might be a really fun pickup for you. It's $30 right now on the Epic Games store exclusively. It is exclusive to Epic Games store. Some people really are not a fan of that. Some people don't really care. But just know that. And it might be, it's an early access game, so it'll grow, and it might be, worth investing, and perhaps it could be really fun later when you play it with your friends. So check this one out. I had a lot of fun with it this morning. I played through the first level until I died, and it was fun. I really enjoyed it. The graphics are great. The gameplay is solid. There's a few bugs, a few glitches, a few weird little things here and there, but I think this one could be really cool. So if you like it, let me know what you think about Mythforce. Maybe leave a comment in the comments section down below. Go check this one out. I'll leave you with a little bit more gameplay here, and thank you so much for tuning in to Justin Plays Games. I will see you on the next video.
Bullseye. I can't take much. I move with the spirits.